Hi taste buddies, and welcome to another Christmas video. Here in our kitchen we're really getting in the mood. The days are running and we're getting closer and closer. It's time to make the next lot of Christmas cookies, which is Melomakarona, very traditional Greek for all the what they call here yortes. That's Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's, all the name days. These little cookies are there. So I'll run you through the ingredients. So first of all, we've got some sugar here. That's going to go in my mixing bowl. I had a bit of brown as well, so it's white and brown, don't get too hooked up on it. And some lovely olive oil. So the olive oil and the sugar go in first. Look at that.
Are you going to whisk them by hand?
I will whisk by hand. If anybody wants to,
I admire you.
You can cut corners, but tradition is tradition, and I just love it. And that's going to be the base. I'm going to whisk that for 5 minutes, and of course I'll have a glass of wine while I'm doing that. You've got to have a glass of wine at Christmas.
Of course.
While I'm whisking that and drinking my wine, afterwards, these are all the rest of the ingredients that you need. You're going to need baking powder and baking soda. I've got mixed cinnamon and cloves here, both ground cinnamon, ground cloves mixed. Here I've got a lovely little espresso cup of Metaxa brandy.
Any brandy will do.
Any brandy will do, but we're here in Greece, so we're going to use Metaxa, the juice of an orange, and then very last of all, add in your flour, and I'll explain why you do that later.
Are you using the zest?
No.
Just the juice?
Just the juice. So let's get started on beating this up. Getting the sugar really well beaten in to that olive oil. And I'm doing it by hand.
You're going to dissolve it, yeah?
Yes, it dissolves.
Whisk until it dissolves in the oil.
Until it dissolves in the oil.
Okay, lovely.
Catch you in about 5 minutes, guys. You're having a cheeky slurp there. That should be lovely now. So what we need to do now, move on to the next stage, which is add in all the dry and white ingredients. So I suppose I better, where are we going? Here we are. Got a nice local Kipseli orange here. Beautiful, look at that. So that's gonna, I'll get that squeezed. That's done. So in with our beautiful fresh squeezed orange juice. Then our little coffee cup of Metaxa.
Very Christmassy, isn't it? Orange brandy, cinnamon, cloves.
Yeah. That's it. Then we're gonna keep on mixing as we're stirring all these flavours in together. Then we're going to have our cinnamon and cloves all in there. I've got a backup because I cook by smell. I don't know about the rest of you, and if it smells good, because you can't really taste it at this point. Perfect. So we're blending it all in, carrying on whisking. Then we need our, that's it, baking powder, baking soda, and that's all of our ingredients finished except the flour. Now I said I'd tell you later why I leave the flour till last. I've learned through experience over the years, blending this in, and you see it all has to blend in. We don't want any lumps anywhere, so the whisk comes in very handy. And as I say, I learnt through experience. If you save the flour till last, you can get your texture absolutely perfect. You don't want it
by adding a little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time. There's a good opportunity, a good possibility, not opportunity. There's a good possibility I won't use all of that. Okay, so that's everything's mixed in now. We've got no lumps. Just getting thicker and thicker. And now it's time to slowly start adding that flour, mixing to begin with. Then I'm going to have to come in with the spoon, obviously. So it'll take quite a lot. So mix that in to begin with. More whisking so you don't get any lumps. And
So you don't save the flour, yeah?
You could do if you wanted to, I suppose.
You want it rustic. You find the lump in there, it doesn't really matter, does it?
I am a rustic girl, I have to say. I don't do a lot of precision work in the kitchen, as anybody who's watched my videos will probably testify. But it all comes out lovely in the end. Add some more of that. A little bit at a time. Back to beating.
Just carry on.
Yeah. Right, and it gets stiffer and stiffer, obviously, but you need to control the consistency, so that's why we add it a little bit at a time. We're looking for a soft, pliable dough. Now I think I'm at the stage now where I ditch the spoon and I'm going in with the hands. Has to happen at some point. Because
So whisk, wooden spoon, hand.
yeah, it's not a hell of a lot of washing up really, is
That's
it?
the order, is it?
Yeah. Well, so you can control the texture. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This bit is so therapeutic.
It is.
Oh my
soft
God,
dough.
soft dough.
It
Yeah.
smells beautiful.
Yeah, but it's it's too sticky still. But I've got plenty of flour, so it's not a problem. Okay, I think we're nearly there. Just one more sprinkling. So, ooh, there you go. Fold that in, and then have a dummy run with one of them and see how it comes out. Okay, so preheating the oven now at 180 degrees. And I'm going to shape our Melomakarona, which are traditionally little kind of tiny log shape cookies, like that. And they leave your skin feeling lovely because the oil in them. And it's very therapeutic, this bit. There you go. Okay, so all the Melomakarona are done. That particular batch of dough made about 50. Lovely. Now I'm going to get those in the oven, and while they're cooking we'll get on and make our syrup. It couldn't be simpler. 3 ingredients. We've got honey, sugar and water in equal parts, and a cinnamon stick. So the sugar's gone in. I'm going to add my water, equal parts of each, see?
1 cup of water, 1 cup of honey, 1 cup of sugar, yeah?
Correct. Yeah.
And 1 cinnamon stick.
And, well, yeah, depends on the size of your cinnamon stick. Now I need to get all of this precious honey in there, so I'm probably going to need my... Okay.
Okay, so bring it to the boil, yeah? And how long are you going to boil it for?
Not long really, until the sugar has melted.
And dissolved.
And dissolved, yeah. Okay, so stir that gently. Put my cinnamon stick in. If I can get the lid off. There you go. What size stick do I want for that? That's a good size one for that much.
Nice and cinnamony.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you want the flavour. Okay. So the sugar's going to melt. We're going to end up with a lovely cinnamon flavoured syrup, and I'll show you what we do with that next. Okay, so my syrup's simmering along lovely there. You don't want to boil it because you've got honey. The honey will make it froth and go over the top, so you just want it simmering, and also you want to draw all that flavour out of the cinnamon. So that's pottering along nicely there. I'd say that's done, so I'm going to turn it off.
So how long did this take? 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
No more than that, no more than
Okay.
that. Then,
And I see newspapers there.
yeah, it's going to get very messy because the Melomakarona are going to get dipped in here, put on there, and then sprinkled with chopped walnuts. So I just need really. You want chunky,
Yeah, roughly chopped.
roughly chopped walnuts.
Yeah. Look at these beauties. The smell is just fantastic.
It smells of Christmas in our house today.
Beautiful, yeah. Very, very Christmassy. So let's do it.
Okay, it's a production
Last stage,
line.
isn't it?
Yes, it is, yes. So what you need now is a slotted spoon is the easiest way to do this. So you're going to take some of these babies, okay, dip them in the syrup. I'd say, well, I've made 48, so well, it doesn't really matter. I'll put half a dozen in at a time.
How long are you going to leave them in?
In the hot syrup, they only need to be in about 1 to 2 minutes. So while they're in, I need to keep the others warm, because the whole point is to have warm Melomakarona going into a nice hot syrup.
So why do you cover them? A Greek traditional sweet with a Grenadian flag.
Sorry, it was the first one that came out of the laundry.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, what can I say? Yeah. Obviously, the longer you leave these in, the syrup, the more of the syrup they absorb. So, depending on how syrupy you like your Melomakarona, and then
They've been in what? A minute and a half maybe?
about a minute and a half.
Minute and a half, yeah.
And then the last two.
Perfect.
Lovely.
And carry on.
And then, what you need to do, get that back in there, put the next load in.
So you toss them in the nuts afterwards?
I'm going to put the nuts on now, but I find that if I put this lot in now, by the time I've done the nuts. I need another glass of wine.
Nuts.
Yeah, by the time these are half done. There they go, submerge them, leave them there.
Nice
And
as
now, sprinkle over your chopped walnuts. Plenty of chopped walnuts.
And that will stick to it.
That will stick to all, that's it, yeah. Only on the top, you don't do the bottom. Okay, well as you can see, these have soaked up so much syrup. Can you come over here and have a look at that and show everybody? And when you get to this stage, when you don't as many as we have, it's quite all right to gently reheat this syrup, because you do need the syrup warm. And also turn them over, because you need them all covered in syrup.
So when you put them in, leave them for, I don't know, a minute, 40 seconds or something, and then turn them.
Turn them, because you haven't got the depth, you're not deep.
Yeah, enough syrup.
Exactly, yes. But we don't want to waste any of that glorious honey. Okay, so
this is Christmas. This is Greek Christmas.
well, it's almost
Kurabiedes
almost
and
Christmas.
Melomakarona. Yeah, beautiful.
You know what's missing? Is Alex, because Alex always helped me with these. So if he was here.
Yeah. But yeah.
But anyway, here we go with the last of that.
Beautiful.
And while I'm doing this,
Absolutely beautiful.
I have to say a big thank you to all the taste buddies for watching our videos, for sharing, liking. Please do the same with this one. And we would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
And I have to say, not because you're my wife, but you make the best Melomakarona. They're absolutely gorgeous. Fantastic.
This is true. I have had Greek ladies ask me for my recipe, and if I'm honest, I can't remember where I got it from.
Never mind, we're sharing
But
with the
it
taste
works
buddies.
every time, and I'm sharing. We're sharing it with you.
So Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas, taste buddies.
Merry Christmas.
Take care.
Bye. See you in the next video.